Hello guys and girls, so today I'm back with another video on how to best study for medical college. Basically, these are the top books that you should study from if you're not already doing so. If you're a new student, just bear in mind that you don't have to go to the medical bookshop and go crazy with buying, because everybody does that, and eventually you have to sell all of them or you have to pass them down to your juniors, because it's a waste of time and energy and money and books, which can go to someone else who actually needs them. So this first one, Netters. Netters is like the gold standard book, and it's very good for telling you where everything is in the human body, where it should be at least. Now, there are always going to be variants in every human body, like in case you think that this is fixed. Of course it's not. Like, things do change when it comes to humans, when it comes to practice, actual practical scenarios and the real world of being a doctor. But it will tell you the rules in a way. For example, like, I like to think of myself as a writer as well, and as a writer we say know the rules before you break them. So here we're not the ones breaking them, but there can be variations in every person, so bear that in mind, but know this really well. Now, for the variations, or for actual cadaveric images of the human body, you need Rohan's Photographic Atlas of Anatomy. I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing that right, but that is an amazing atlas, and it is not on me right now, but it's something that if you don't get enough practice in the lab, or if you're not able to go for whatever reason, or you don't have actual cadavers in your practical lab, but you have them in the test for some reason, that doesn't even make sense, but anyway, so you can use that. The next book on our list is This Beauty. So this one should have been my go-to book, but what we studied in our physiology course was Guyton. It's a humongous book which keeps on reiterating what itself said, as if it had forgotten, as if it did not have its own memory from like a few words ago even. Like, it keeps repeating stuff, which is really good if you have the time, but who as a medical student has the time? Like, I don't know, not me, I never had the time. I had to watch Netflix, I had to watch TV shows, I had to have my playtime, that was Netflix, YouTube time, whatever. I needed all of that. That was compulsory off time that I needed. So you don't have time for Guyton. And just a disclaimer, I'm not giving these book recommendations for people who want to come first in their medical college or university, because you'd want to follow what your professor tells you to follow. I'm giving these tips for people who may be a foreigner in their country, or their curriculum, they don't have any idea what to do, they're struggling to stay afloat. So if you're a survivor like me, or lack of a survivor like me, who wants to stay afloat, so these are the tips for you. Now, the next one on our list is This Beauty. So, Pathology, Pathoma. Pathoma is an amazing book by Hossein Sattar. You can get it from a friend or from a senior, but there are videos that you can buy from its website, which are about $80. And Hossein Sattar is an amazing teacher, explainer, and he really simplifies things for you. So that is the next book. Now you have this, Sketchy. Sketchy is a visual mnemonics website, which has also, apart from microbiology, pharmacology, which it started off with, it has also made visual mnemonic videos on pathology and then biochemistry, and now it even has videos on anatomy and physiology. So this is an amazing thing to look into. And then finally, I think one subject which we often ignore as medical students and even doctors, and which we're not really prepped up with, like we're not really trained in, ethics. Ethics is like the very basis of medicine. Like if anatomy, for example, it's an art to an extent, but if it's a science, then ethics is like it's icing on the cake or something. Nah, forget all those examples that I gave in the last few seconds because they're horrible. So that's it for this video, and stay tuned for more.